Hello guys, welcome to the third session of the snake gaming video. Hope you are all doing good. Today in last session, just will recap what we saw in last session. We created a canvas, we deployed our plots in canvas in the name of snake, then we plotted food, then we traverse right left to eat that food, and we created velocity uh, to traverse the snake in coordinates, not in diagonals. So let's run this and check what we have done in last session. So this is the snake and this is the food. We are going to eat here. Go eat, 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 eat. I'm very bad in playing the snake game. Yeah, it eat it twice, even though the score is not getting increased. The snake is not the snake size is not getting big, and we are not getting score also. Correct. Okay, so now we will be creating a score. We will be eating the food, and one more thing is uh, the food is going in corner. That is very hard to eat, right? So what I'm doing is I'm placing the food in the mid of the screen. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I will be saying I need this food in y-axis in half of the screen. I'm just putting one half screen width by screen width by 2, which is 900. Okay, so here is 450 and here it will be 400. It will be not much change, sorry, much difference, even though, see, it will not go here. At least it will be in this width and in this width, in this boundary itself. In this boundary it will be. Okay, so now we have plotted the food in a proper way. So now we'll eat the food. For eating the food, okay, let me do one thing. The velocity is very high. We'll decrease the velocity. Let me create one variable for velocity. Int velocity. Velocity equal to, I'm giving 5 because it's 6 already 10, right? It's going like anything. We put int velocity here also. Int velocity. Here also int velocity. Here also int velocity. Okay, so let me delete this one here. So now we have created, sorry, we have passed a dynamic value for all the velocities rather than hard coded. Okay, if I'm going to change this in future also, because there's consider I'm thinking this game is, the snake is moving very fast, I'm not able to eat the food. Again, I need to change in every base rather than we can make it. It's a good habit of creating variables and arguments, right? Okay, hope now we are going to eat the food. For eating the food, what we'll be doing, we'll go to this canvas, because explaining this canvas is much easier, right? So first we'll clear this ink. I will choose a better color. I will choose this canvas and I will choose which color. Yeah, I will choose this color. First we'll draw the, this is the window. Okay, this is the window and this is the food. I will choose a different color. So snake is coming here. Snake is coming here. Snake is there. So snake should eat this food. Correct. For eating, what we, how we can identify the snake is eaten or not. So for that, if the snake is going here, we need to match this coordinate. You can see here, right? Pink and blue is mixed, and we are getting this blue color. So this portion we need to identify. So this is the snake. This is the food. So snake has eaten the food now. So this blue color portion, we need to get this coordinates of the blue color from the screen. Like overlapping, we need to use an overlapping function, like the coordinates of the snake and the coordinates of the food needs to intersect. That intersect portion we need to find. If it is less than some portion, we can tell that snake has eaten the food and we can increment the score. uh, we can do this in many ways. Like just consider, we have food here. Okay, this is the food. I'm bringing the snake here to eat. Let me bring the snake. Okay, now snake is coming here. Snake came here, but you have here and here. Let me redo. Snake is coming here. Okay, snake is not intersect with the entire portion. Snake is intersect only the um, little portion, like one third of the portion of this food. So if it is coming like that, you should eat or you should not eat. So I can code in that way also. If you want this game to be very very easier, we can split this game into different things. First we can select if we need to run in beginner, intermediate or expert. So based on that, if in beginner we can intersect with this. If it is touching also, we can increase the score. In intermediate, if half is coming, or in expert level, entire snake needs to be intersect with the food. We can make like that. Okay, so as of now I'm not doing like that. I'm just making a intermediate level one. We'll go to code and we'll make the changes. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to find the ratio, correct? Ratio in the sense the coordinates from where we can get the coordinates. We have the coordinates here, right? Snake coordinates and foot coordinates for x-axis, snake coordinates and foot coordinates for y-axis. So those values will be incremented and we will be getting it here, correct? Snake coordinates will be incrementing, but foot coordinates will be same for every time. Not same. When the code is initiated, right, at that time it will be same. Once it is getting looped, at that time it will be changing. That I will show how it gets changed. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a if condition here. If snake x minus foot of x, that means this coordinate value minus this coordinate value is less than how many points we need to take, because the entire thing works on fps. What is fps? Frame per second. Frame in the sense I told you before itself, while loop is like see, the snake will be not moving. Snake will be going in different places, but it will be looking like snake is moving. Because of this draw function, we will be keep on iterating in while loop. That will be, we will be creating as many screens. That is known as frame per second. Now frame per second is 60, correct? So frame per second I'm giving a 6 in the sense 9. Just consider if this portion is matched, only some small quantity is left. So I'm giving 6. If you want, you can give any. This is also random number, 4, 5, 2, anything you can give. The difference need to be very less. It should not be like if it is 15. If you give, if it is intersect little bit also, it will run. So I'm giving 6 as of now. You can make these changes as per here only. You need to make these changes. You should not make anywhere. In this 6 value only, you need to make these changes. Okay. And snake. Sorry, need to put the bracket. Snake y minus foot y must be less than 6. Okay, now I need to find the absolute value of this, right? So I will be using absolute function. Okay, so if it is going, I need to increase. So let me create a variable. First score will be 0. Score will be 0. So here I am giving score equal to score plus 10, because I'm incrementing score by 10. Here I think one space is extra. Okay, now it is fine. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to print the score in console. Print score is, give a black comma and need to give this variable. So we are printing the score in console. Now what we need to do, we need to again see, once the snake is eaten the food, we need to make the food in somewhere else, correct? It should not be there itself every time. So again we are just copy this and we can put it here. We need to copy this See, now the snake is eaten, the food score is incremented. We need to change the food position. Na? So just copy that and put it here. Correct. So we'll run this, save, and save this. I'm gonna run. See, now the velocity, you can see here, right? I'm eating. No, velocity is less because I gave 5 instead of 10 in variable. I'm eating this, the position is getting changed every time. I think this is a working module. This is working fine as of now. Let's see the score also. See, it's eating. If it is going nearby, it's not eating. It needs to intersect. See, it intersect 50% even though it doesn't eat. It's good to play here. See, I'm eating. Eat, 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 eat. So now the snake is eating the food, but snake is not getting bigger, but we are getting the score. If you see in console, you will be getting the score. See, I ate 9 times. That's why our score started from 0 and it is score is 90. So now what we need to do, we need to increment the snake. Okay, so for incrementing the snake, we will be um, writing a small module for that. We'll see how to increment a snake. Okay, we'll save this and we'll close this window. Where we are getting the snake value. Okay, here is the while loop, correct? So inside this, if it is coming, first iteration, the snake needs to be in some container. Then we need to increment the snake value. Okay, for incrementing that, we need to store that in some container. What can we do now? Just let me think, guys. Okay, we have this while loop. We are coming inside this while loop with the snake by default of 45. So it needs to keep on incrementing there now. Okay, I'm planning like this. So we will be creating two variables like snake. I think I'm planning to create a list. What can we create? A list will be fine. Rather than tuple, list will be fine. Snake list. I'm creating a dummy snake list, and again I'm creating a another variable which is snake length. I think we already created snake length. Snake size. Okay, we didn't create snake length. Snake length is equal to, I'm giving as of now it is 1. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increment the size of that thing. So now we have created a dummy list variable. Okay, so once this is getting incremented, where once the snake is getting eaten, we need to increment the snake size. Okay, so now the snake length needs to be incremented. Snake length equal to snake length. So I am incrementing it by 5. Okay, so sorry, I forgot to give an equal to. You guys can give like this also, or else you guys can give snake plus equal to 5. That means snake is equal to snake plus 5. Either you can give like this, either you can give like this. It's a shorthand. Okay. So now we given snake is equal to snake dot length. So now what we need to do? So, see, this snake value length is empty. See, not empty. It is 1. It will be keep on incrementing. But we need to pass this somewhere else, right? Inside the code. So that's why for plotting the snake we have one function. Correct? Where is that? Yeah. This thing is food, this thing is snake. Okay, for this thing, we will be creating a separate function for this. Rather than using here, I will let me create one function. I am creating as def snake place or snake draw. I am creating a function snake draw. Okay, this snake draw will how many values we are passing? 1, 2, 3. So it needs to accept 3 values. Okay, so I'm passing these values here. First, I'm creating arguments inside. First, it needs to get, because we have a default variable game window, I'm just giving that it. There it is. We'll copy this. Game window. Another thing is color. So these are the variables. Don't worry, you can give any name you want. I'm just giving same name because you guys can understand it easily. Okay. Another thing, we created a list, right? We need to pass this list. Why? I will tell you why I'm taking this list, because I'm going to store all the. Let me show you. See, this is the snake. This is the snake. Okay. This is the head of the snake. This is the head of the snake. This body is growing, keep on growing. Okay, see, this portion is 5, this portion is plus 5, this portion is plus 5, this portion is plus 5. So I need to add all this plus 5, right? So I need some container. For that only I have created this snake length list. Okay, so I am passing this snake length. Let me copy and paste it. Snake length. And what I need to pass? Snake size, because we need to give snake size also, right, for incrementing. Snake size is here. Okay, we will be passing the snake. If you go here, we'll remove this. Instead of this, we will be calling that function. What is that? Snake draw, right? Snake draw. We'll be passing all these variables inside. We'll be passing this one, comma, color will be black, comma, and snake list, comma, what is the size? Snake size. Okay, we are passing this all thing, but this snake list we have just initiated. We didn't added value into that, correct? So snake list should have some value. Okay, for that thing we need to append some data inside that, correct? So okay, we can't increment the dummy list, right? Okay, for that I will create one more list. What else let me do here? I have this game window, right? Let me do it here. I'm creating one snake head. One more list, snake head. Okay, so now I'm gonna append that snake head dot append with what snake x-axis we have, right? We need some see, if nothing is there, if you see here, we have just consider this score, right? Where is score? We have initiated 0, then only we have incrementing the score here. So now in snake scenario, we know the head axis. We know how the head looks and what is the axis, x-axis and y-axis of the head. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So if we know that, only we can increment now. That's why we are creating one list for that. Where is that list? Here it is. Then snake head dot append of snake y-axis also. So now I have appended both the coordinates there. Okay, so these coordinates need to be appended in the snake list. I told you, right? We need to increment the snake list. For increment the snake list, we have that head variable, head list now. So that head list will be incremented in this. So we will be using snake list dot append of head list, snake head list. Think this will be confusing for you. If I run this code and I will explain you, you guys can understand. Where is snake head? Yeah, here is snake head. Okay, let me explain you again. I think you guys are confused. Normally what I did here, we need to increment the size of the snake. For incrementing the size of the snake, we need to know all the portions, how many times the snake is getting, um, how many times the snake is eating the food, and how many times that is getting incremented. So we need to store in some placeholder, correct? For that I created one list. List can't be incremented. See, if I give list is equal to list plus one, we can't give it like that because it is a list. For list we need to use append. Empty list we can't use append, we need some data, correct? That's why I have added the head value. Head value will be in this thing, right? What is that? So x-axis and y-axis. That's why I created a list for head head um, what is that, coordinates, and I appended the head coordinates in this snake list. So now snake list will be containing something which is a zero value. If you see your score, we have 0. If you see snake length is 1. So like that, snake list will be having the initial value, which is snake head. Okay. So now we have initiated the snake length. Now what we need to do, we need to save this and we'll run. Okay, it's throwing some error where it is. Okay, we created a function, but we didn't give anything. Na? This rectangle is here. Now we'll copy this, give home, delete it. Go here, put this function. What we need to do is, we will be getting this is a list. For iterating list we need a for loop, correct? List, if you see here, list is containing one list. Snake head is a list, we are passing in another list. So if you see, snake list is a combination of x and y. Okay, for iterating that we will be need two variables, x and y, or I and j. I will take I and j. Okay, for I and j in snake list, for I and j in snake list, we need to get that and we need to pass those I and j value over here. Instead of, see, this will be coming automatically here. This color will be coming instead of black. Snake list, we have iterated in for loop, and here we will be giving this I and y sorry, I and j value, and the snake size will be default name snake size. Okay, okay, this is showing error because we need to give indentation. I think now it looks good. Here also we created the game text screen. Okay, we'll move up because we have many spaces, right? Okay, we'll click this and we'll run. Yeah, we got the snake. Will be okay, okay, okay. It's keep on eating. It's keep on getting incremented. Without eating also it is getting incremented. Oops, 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 oops. What is happening here? See, the snake is getting incremented without eating. Okay, for that what we need to do? Okay, I got this idea. Okay, we have putting one if condition here for this thing. We calling this function, right? Okay, okay, I got. I put this thing after this draw function. We need to put this after eating this function. Okay, so now I have called this here. First, it will eat the food, then it will perform the activity. Okay. Now we have calling the function here. Before calling that function, I need to check whether the snake is eat the food or not. If the snake is eaten the food, we need to increment. Okay, now the snake is eaten the food. We need to increment the snake. So the increment will be done here. Before incrementing, you guys saw, right? The snake keep on growing without you normal snake game. If it is growing in front, it will be deleting in backside. See, if this is a snake, let me clear this. Okay, let me take a canvas. If this is a snake, if it this is the head, okay, if it is growing in this direction, if it is growing in this direction, this part need to be deleted because snake needs to be small now. Okay, I erased everything. What I will do is I will delete the portion. Okay, so before going to call this function, where is that function? Before going to call this function, I'm going to delete that. What I'm going to do is if length of is snake list must be greater than snake length. Okay, this snake length is there now. We created one variable. Okay, we are incrementing the snake length here. Just consider snake list. So snake is eaten for 5 times. First time snake will come. So this is the default size of the snake. Okay, here it is food. Snake is going and eating. So this is the length. This is the length. This, what is this? Let me delete this. This is the wait. Let me increase this. Okay, this is the complete length which is stored in the snake length variable. So now snake has eaten the food. In this case, when I am eating the food, what I am doing, I am incrementing the size of the length where it is. See, when snake is eating the food, I am just making the size as bigger. Okay, so when the size is getting bigger, this condition will get failed, right? If snake list, which is the contains in the snake list, must be greater than the snake length. This condition will get satisfied, correct? Because see, in snake length by default it will be 1. Okay, I'm taking the length here. Okay, so by snake length is also by default 1. When it is eating the food, this length will become 2 because there will be two elements, two coordinates. Okay, x and y is one element. It will store another x and y in the snake list because it eated one food and it growed for one time. Okay, now snake list is 2, snake length is 1 only. If it is there, what we need to do? Here we need to delete the list. Delete of snake list. We need to delete the last. For deleting the last, just we will be giving 0. Okay, I think we are good now. Let me test it. See, it's going there. Yes, perfectly. It's working fine, right? So now the snake is not growing unnecessary. If it eats the food only, it's growing. How much it's growing, it's deleting for last index. Last index is one portion will be get deleted. Let me close this and I will explain you. See, where is that snake length? Mm, 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 mm. I am growing the snake. See, where it is, where it is, where it is. Yeah, here we are growing the snake. We are plotting the snake in different positions, right? So now, hmm, now instead of the snake list, if I give the head list, na, what it will be happening? The snake will not grow itself. It will be in the same position. Let me click and run it again. See, by default it is snake value. Now snake list contains one element and length is also one element, correct? So now snake will go and it will eat the food. Why? Okay, it eat and it grows for 5 times because I give +5. Snake lengths need to be incremented for +5. Now it will go here. Eat now. Okay, it eated and again it incremented. But if you see the position, the last position is also getting deleted. It's not like snake is continuously going, growing, growing, growing. I'm getting addicted to this game. See, this should not happen. The snake is hitting to his body even though it is going. It needs to show game over. Correct? We'll be doing that. See, it's going and hitting its body even though it is working. It needs to not happen like that. Oh, snake, come, 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 come. Okay, we'll stop this as of now and we'll run. Sorry, we'll not run. We will be making the changes. Now, what we saw like we are eating the food and we are growing. Okay, this is the basics of the snake game. Now, we will be maintaining the rules of the game because the rule is it should not hit anywhere. It should not hit his body also. It should not hit the walls also. Okay, so for doing that, what we will be doing, hmm, we will be creating, okay, 1 minute. We'll create a function here. We'll put all this thing inside this activity. First, now the code is splitted in modules. This thing, right? We'll create a function here because for every run, this variables needs to be initiated. Correct? So let me create snake run a function because it doesn't look good also. How many thing I'm putting here? Okay, I'm creating a function. After creating a function, I'm just taking all these variables. Copy, sorry, just cut it, just give cut, come here, paste it, and this entire thing, control end, copy. Let me minimize this, it will automatically come. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm going to put this inside this function. Okay, for putting inside this function, what I will do, I will just I will give tab. Okay, so for this also we need to give one more tab. Indentation need to be maintained properly. Okay, so now I need to call this function. Correct, I need to call this because without calling, how this will be getting executed? We need to call this function at the last. Go to last, call this function over here. Okay, this thing needs to be moved. Okay, it's good. We'll close this while loop. Perfect. Okay, now we are calling this run function. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to make the um, snake should not hit its wall. Correct. Okay. First, we'll check what the changes we made is working or not. I'm thinking it's showing some error. No, it's working. Okay, it's working. Let me terminate this. Okay, now what we can do is one more thing. It came in my mind. We are getting this score, right? If you go to this run terminal, we are getting this score. We can display this score in the screen itself. Okay, how we can do that? For that, we need to place one placeholder in the screen to display the score. Correct? Where we are. Okay, that's what I got scared. Where is my while loop? It is here. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to, whenever we are getting this score, right, we need to call one function. We'll create one function over here. We'll create it here. Def display score, because coming in terminal it is not used now. We will be creating one function. This def score will be containing how many values we need, where what text it needs to be taken, and what is the access where need to be placed. Okay, so here we will be creating text and what color the it needs to look and the coordinates x comma y. Okay, for creating this we will be using what we'll use any like score text, some variable score text is equal to what we need to know, what we need to do, we need to render. So this thing, right, we are getting this text, correct, we need to convert this text into a uh, rendering, in the sense what we are making cosmetic changes to the font. Okay, that will be happening in font dot render. We are not getting this. We'll put font dot render, then it will be taking text comma, by default I will be saying what I'm doing there. Okay, and color. Okay, that's why the font is not, we haven't declared, or we haven't created an object for the font, right? For creating an object of the font before rendering, what we need to do, why is so much space, we need to create a object, right? Font, we have imported the thing but we didn't do it. Font pygame dot font. Okay, from pygame it will come pygame dot system fonts. We will be having by default system fonts. In the system fonts we will be giving none. No, it will, if we give none it will take default font format or the font type. Size we will be giving as 60, no 60, we will give 45 or 50. Okay, so now if we give font dot render it will come font dot render. See, font dot render, in this render we need to pass the text value. If you just control click on this render, right, you will be getting this anti-aliases. Anti-aliases is nothing but it is a method. I'm not going to deep in this. If you want to know about this, as I told before, just go to that pygame.org documents and read it there. They have given a detailed explanation of that. Okay, and I'm giving true here, and here will be my color, what color I need to give. Okay, so now I have rendered the text. After rendering, we need to fit this text in the screen. For fitting the text, fitting, or we need to place the some text, right? For that we have this game window, the screen which we have created a variable, right? Dot blit, blit in the sense it will put a patch there and it will put a screen. What text we need to put? The render text, screen text. In which position we need to put? Position will be our coordinates, comma. We are getting this coordinates, right? X comma y. That's it. So now we need to call this display score where we are getting the score. Here we are getting, right. So we need to call this here and we need to pass all these arguments here. Correct. So for passing this argument, test will be, will create one variable for text. score data. We'll put like this, and we'll put mm, what we can put here. We can put like no, we will put only score. We'll take this. We'll go down in the score. We'll put this score data plus. Why we are giving plus? Because this core value is in string. Correct. We are concatenating. We are incrementing by using 10. For that we need to because we can't give comma over here. That's why we need to typecast that integer into string. So str of score. Correct. Str of score into no, let it be score itself, okay? Because we are adding here by 10, right? So str of score, and what is the other thing? Color. Here you can see, right? Color. What color we will give? We have by default red, right? We will be giving red, and coordinates will be our snake x and snake y. No, snake x and snake y will be snake coordinates. I will be giving generally 5, 5 comma 5. Don't give snake coordinates because over the snake it will put that. Then you will be feeling difficulty to move the snakes because snake coordinates will be keep on changing also, right? So don't give the snake. Yeah, I'm just giving 5 of 5. So now we will run this and we'll check whether it is updating or not. No, the score is not coming. Okay, why the score is okay, fine, I got it. We didn't give that screen update, right? So I told you, right, whenever we are doing that, we need to give the screen update. By game dot display dot update. Again, it is not coming. Oops, what happened? Let me check. Okay, I got it. Why it is not? Because see, we are calling this function here. Correct. We are calling this display function here. So after that, we are converting the window into white. So what it will happen uh, over this thing, it will create a white background. So that is getting hidden. So let me cut this. Let me put before we'll remove this print statement now. Okay, we'll put this game window white here. So it will convert white, then it will update the score. I have saved it and we will run this again. What happened? No, it's not working. Okay, this went here. Sorry, need to put this outside. Okay, the score is coming and going. It should not happen like that. See, you guys can see, right? The score is coming and it is going. It needs to be there itself. Okay, we'll debug it again. What mistake we did? Okay, let me do one thing because sorry, this condition matches only. This will execute. We'll remove this. We'll put this here. Before reading the snake, we'll put by default let it be in the same place. You guys understood, right? Whenever this condition gets satisfied, only this will come. Other time again it will be converted into white. So now it will be not like that. Hope it needs to run now. Superb. See, you can see, right? Initially the score is 0. See, the score is incrementing. Score is 20. Oh, this, yeah, this went near this 20. Super. So let me go till 100 and I will start. I'm enjoying playing this game. Super. The score is stock 100. Okay. Now what the main module is developed, like the game is working fine. The snake is eating the chicken. Sorry, not chicken. The snake is eating the food and it is getting bigger. Okay. Even the score is getting generated. So we'll make some cosmetic changes in the code. Cosmetic changes like, where is that function? We're passing some text, right? Score, yeah. Score is equal to, we'll keep like this. Okay. Now what we need to do, the other thing is, if the snake is hidden to the wall or the snake is getting hidden by itself, we need to end the game. Correct. Okay. For that, what we are going to do again, let me think how to read that. If that snake is getting hidden by itself. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. First we'll code this. No, it will not work. Just consider this is the screen. Wait, let me erase this. Okay, this is the snake. Snake is going here, and if hit this, it needs to terminate the game. That means the snake head needs to be in the boundary of the x-axis or boundary of the y-axis. Okay, so for that, how can we? Okay, we have this boundary coordinates, right? Snake x, snake y, and snake width, and where is it? Snake width, display width, display screen width, and snake height. Oh, for that, we can like write like this. Before calling this function, mm, we'll be writing like, if we have the snake length, snake x, correct? Snake x, see, this is snake x-axis. Snake x-axis, correct? This snake x-axis, the snake x variable is the current position of the snake. Current position of the snake should not be greater than this thing, the width. See, just consider width is 600. The current snake is 759. If it is sorry, 550, 599. If it is 600, it needs to stop. So we can code like that. Okay. If snake x should be always, snake x should be less than 0, or snake x must be, if it is snake x must greater than snake width, because we are doing on x-axis, right? So we need to go for width, sorry, screen width. Okay, if this condition is getting matched, or snake y is 0, obviously snake y will be not 0, that's why I'm giving or condition, but for safer side, or snake y is greater than screen height. Let me give space here. Okay, if this condition is getting matched, what it needs to happen, it needs to terminate the game. I told you before itself, for terminating the game we created a variable game over. We are making this game over as true. Game over is equal to true. So now we make this thing as game over. And one more thing, what we need to do is, because this game over we are not checking anywhere, we are checking at least exit game. For game over, what we need to do, once we are coming inside this if condition, while condition, we need to check if game over, sorry, game over is equal to, sorry, we'll give like this. By default it will be true now if we give anything. If game over is true, then what we are doing is, we are we need to show game over, correct? So for that we need a blank screen without snake and food. Fill dot white, we are filling that complete screen in white color. Then we are giving, we are calling this display function. We have this display score function, right? We'll use this same score function. Instead of score, we will be giving some other value. Where is that? While condition, huh? So here we will be calling the display score function, and we will be passing score text like game over. Press enter to continue, something like this. Okay. Then we need to mention the color. Color is red because red indicates error or warning. Then the resolution will be where we need to place in the center of the screen. As of now, I will be giving some 100, 100. We'll make changes according to that. Okay. Now we need to continue the loop. If we continue this while loop, if the user is pressing enter. So for that, what we need to do is, we need to use the same for loop. We'll take this, we'll place here. Here we need to find if event type. Okay, we have already pygame.quit, right? So let it be if event type dot quit. We'll remove this dot enter, key enter, capital K, key return. Okay, this is known as enter. If this is enter, then we need to increase the game loop. So what we need to do for doing that, we need to call this snake run again. That's it. We have that. That's why I put entire condition in snake run. Okay, we need to call that function again. So again it will be, sorry, it will be calling that function and keep on running. Okay, can we check it now? I have saved it, I'm running it again. So initially the score is 0. What happened? My game is not working. Something happened. Mm-mm. Okay, got it. Because we are having two for loop, like, so this for loop will be continuously iterating for all the events. So we will be closing this for loop, else we'll be giving this. Entire code need to be gone inside this else loop. And this entire